Buckeye Brawler against Moxley Knockout to start us off. There are 4 blockers. Breaking through the pack, Buckeye can now score 1 point on each opposing blocker. See the fingers in the air there from Tricky Ricky.
Another winner, Exander breaks out. There's 3 outs for the score on the next trick through. And clearing out the jam again by placing your hands on the hips repeatedly. Another 4 points were scored. It was 4 points per trick through maximum. And again, passing the hips is what counts. So I believe that should be 8. We'll make sure of that. We play 2 30-minute halves. And there's always 30 seconds between jams. Brief official timeout just to make sure everything was correct before we move on. '26 Ace of Spades, who I also didn't have, but there you go.
Flag card was called on timeless kills. However, the jam was called. This will be a power start. Time in the penalty box pauses in between jams. So yeah, timeless kills had committed a penalty there by cutting the track. So this, I told him that. So this will be a power start for Bruce Springsteen. Actually, Moxley Knockout. Out of the pack, not lead jammer though, but can still score. "30 seconds in the penalty box per penalty, and when a skater is standing, that means they have fewer than 10 seconds to serve. There's also an interesting wrinkle that we'll explain when it happens. And there it is. A jammer can come out of the penalty box and earn lead if there is no lead jammer. So, Kindness Kills calls off the jam. However, Moxley Knockout did score 4. Everybody has to be passed upright, inbounds, in play. If they're not, then yeah, can't earn lead. Bruce Springsteen, I had it right to start with. Yes. Against Buckeye Brawler. Right there. See, don't y'all like the jammer line over here now? I think that was an upgrade. Now you can see the expressions too. Vicious Mexalicious, Artillery, Sharknado, and Vampira now will be blocking. Wreck-It Ryan, Mandy Knox, and a host of others who will see their numbers momentarily. A jam can last 2 minutes or until the lead jammer, if there is one, calls it off. Buckeye to lead. That's 4 now. Sharknado drawing the jammer back. Careful not to cut the track. In other words, if someone who sends you out of bounds, you cannot come back in ahead of them. 4 points. Excellent defense in the back, as you see, and up front, another scoring trip complete. Forearm call on Vicious Mike Solis. Can I use the forearms? Penalty box is this way this time. Jammer has to have the helmet cover on to score. Sometimes they pull it away to blend in. Another scoring trip complete. 16 in this jam. A ham bone. And then that. Able to recover and carry on. 30 seconds remaining in the jam. That is the clock on the right side of the scoreboard. Calling it off. Any more on that one? As it is right now, yes, 16 points for Thunder City, 24. 25-10 to go in the first. Ace of Spades against Kindness Kills. And Thunder City again. 100% on lead jam calls, and in general, if you control lead jam, you control the game. Brawler to the box, though. That will affect the defensive power we're about to see. Yep, like that. 4 points for Tallahassee. And calling off the jam, completing the scoring trip there. So we have 8-4, net 4 for Thunder City, 32-8, 24-11 in the first. We play 2 30-minute halves, so just getting started here. And as you've seen, we can have as many as 16, even more than that, in one jam. Chasey jamming for Thunder City. First time today, veteran, one of several veteran skaters on both teams, actually. Blocked out by Punky Bruiser. And it is lead for Tallahassee, first time today. Wicked Ryan calls off the jam, though, as Chasey was approaching. Sometimes you let it go, sometimes you reset. This time, reset. Penalty box is clear. The penalty box is between the benches there. Room for 2 blockers and 1 jammer per team. Princess Leia, you're out. Karma Hurts. Bobby Stinger ready for the opposing jammer. But it is lead for Thunder City. Moxie knockout. Blocked out by the pivot. And again. And points for the Sirens. The star has been passed to the pivot with the stripe of the helmet that is resting hip face. The pivot can take over for the jammer if the jammer passes the star, not the other way around. You gotta hand it off. Remember back in the old days when they would throw the helmet, said no, cannot throw anything. Well, unless the jam is over, right on cue. 8 scored. Ace of spades, kindness kills. Resting hit face joined up with the defense, waiting to see. I think that's Killer Kate. But it is lead. Took a bit though. Artillery, and that's definitely Tracy on that block. And 4 points. Golly, 4 points for Thunder City. More defense in the back as long as it's legal. Can't stray too far from attack. And another 4 points it is. And more counter blocking in the back. Mazel Tov Cocktail and now Sharknado drawing the jammer back. 12 points on the board. Back block call on the pivot, which had received the star. That means a power jam, and kindness kills will carry it over into the next jam. Another 16 points, 56 for Thunder City. Now, again, time pauses in between jams. So Princess laying you out with the power start. Think about that. All attention turns to just one jammer. Rick Slayer, Glorificus, stepping aside. Sometimes you're patient or passive on the offense. Obviously, Tallahassee not being that way. And lead jam. All but one so far, and 9 jams jammed. Princess laying you out with lead, and now on the scoring trip. Crash in the back. We're waiting to see if everyone's okay. Another 4 points, rather. Sorry. The jam will be called for safety. Referee checking in with the down skater. So we'll take a timeout and take inventory of the points and be back as soon as it is safe to do so. We always have medical staff on hand, and safety being paramount here, we won't rush this part. But yes, as it is now, 4 points scored by Princess Leigh. You're out 60-8. Our next game here will be May 11th against Jacksonville's River City Rat Pack. Jacksonville Roller Derby being the next opponents right here at Rink DeLand. Again, that will be on May the 11th. Also, along with the concessions, you can help Murph get to London. Say hello to Mrs. Strecker while you're up there. Just going to do a little audio testing on this side. I could probably stand to turn it up a little bit, maybe not too much. 19:15 to go in the first. 4 points scored by Princess Leia. You're out at the time the jam was called. 60-8 right now. If someone wants to buy both the announcer a bottle of water, mine grew legs. A veteran persecute against Buckeye Brawler. Jam number 10. There'll be a 4-3 pack favoring Thunder City. Vampira, Vicious Metsalicious, Chasey, and Artillery set to block. There was a penalty by the time the jam was called. The penalty actually was on the injured skater, so the captain will serve that penalty. That is why Tallahassee is down one blocker. Anyone in the penalty box automatically scored upon as each new scoring trip begins. We'll see if that happens, though. Buckeye with lead. No pack call for a second. Everybody's got to work to make that not happen. And a textbook 4-point jam for the Thunder City Derby Sirens, up to 64 now. -4 Kindness Kills against 00 Moxie Knockouts on the jammer line. Grificus, Brickslayer, and the rest of them doing their work, and it is lead jam. Kindness Kills. Not bashful at all, scoring those points. Gotta do it once a season. 4 points, yes. Five on five, 4 blockers and 1 jammer. We've seen 1 star pass today, we've seen 2 star passes actually. Another 4. Third star pass, there we go, Punky Bruiser. But the jam is called. What that star pass can do, that can kind of short circuit the pack. Sometimes if a skater, if a jammer is exhausted, or sometimes you just take it off, reach over, hand it to the pivot, make sure not to forearm anybody in the head. 10 points there. Ace of Skates against Chasey. 5-1, 5-0, lead jam. And already 4 points. Didn't even take 25 seconds. Persecute's doing everything possible up front. You cannot chase the jammer out of the pack or away, out of the engagement zone. I'll get all the terminology in there. All referees watching closely as the scoring trip is complete. That makes 12. Artillery anchoring the defense as waiting to see. Well, Manny Knox, Persecute, and yes, Chasey is out. Blocked down by Karma Hertz. Chasey equally adept at blocking, and again, not bashful at crashing into the blockers. Some jammers kind of wait on their teammates. Others can do it themselves sometimes. 20 points, and that's a 2-minute jam. That's how that works. Time expired. No reason to call it off. As Chasey scores 20 points, that is a game record. 5 complete scoring trips. Fourteen and a half minutes to go in the first. As Buckeye meets, yes, the bone collector. Excuse me. Pause for effect. My goodness, the blocking out there. Ooh. Inside clear. Penalty on Persecute, but was scored upon there. 4 points. Penalty on the jammer also. I missed that one if someone wants to turn around and tell me what it was. But yes, power jam for Thunder City. In general, if it's a jammer, usually track cuts or back blocks or forearms. It can be a bunch of things in close quarters, 12 points scored. 10 points scored. 16 points. Watch it. Yep, 16. They're all in. 110. So 4 complete scoring trips there. Kindness Kills with a power start. My goodness. We know how to coach them, don't we? Lead Jan. Kindness Kills one of the, I'd say one of the top scorers, but we have everybody representing Thunder City today. I'll do the math at halftime, but till then, we've got 12 minutes to go. Block in the back, counter blocking by Scarlett Bruja. Also, Chasey back in as a blocker. 7 points scored so far. Not everybody upright inbounds in play on one of those trips, but that's okay. Another 4 now. If you want to go back and reset, not leave the engagement zone and pick up that spare, nobody does that, but you could. Oh, a track cut. This is also a power jam, and Kindness Kills calls off the jam. So this will carry over into the next jam, a full 30 seconds. 50-50 raffle coming around. Yes, get your raffle tickets. They're coming through the near straightaway right now. It pays to watch the Thunder City Derby Sirens. 15-4 in that last jam, net 11 for Thunder City, 125-12. And we're correcting the clock right now, but we'll have 12-ish minutes when we pick up again. Tuned to enter jam number 14, Lola Power starts for Princess Leia. You out. The unofficial Princess section to my left and behind me also. Bobby Singer, Brawler, Brick Slayer, and Gorificus ready. Bruce Springsteen. Wreck-It Ryan. Yep, I heard that. Joined by Rusting Hitface and Fired Up. And yes, lead jam. Passive offense. Tallahassee, though, not taking the bait and not working their way out of play. Sometimes you see that. At this time, more defense lined up. Again, all attention going to one jammer for a moment. And that is 8 points. And the defense by Wreck-It Ryan forces the call off. Timeout, Tallahassee. Tallahassee roller derby, one of the OGs of Florida flat track roller derby. Always great to see them. And shout out to their OG announcer, Showtime, if he's watching on the live stream. If you know anybody who want to see this, couldn't quite make it, we are on YouTube right now, Thunder City Derby Sirens. 135-12, about 10.5 minutes when we pick up again. Thank you again to SK Tractor Works and Land Clearing, also King Hauling, Sligo Systems, Stevenson and Blinn CPA, Berry Roofing, Books by Ginger, Ameritech Homes, and Shamrock Tattoo. We have Thunderwear merch on sale. Be sure to check out the merch sale. Credit cards accepted, so no excuse. Thunder City down one blocker as we start the next jam. Jam number 16. Marcy Knockout and 120, Karma Hertz. Karma Hertz first jam with the star today. And following the blocking by Rusting Hitface, it is lead again. All but once. Fully call on the far side, and it's still will be a 4-3 pack favoring Tallahassee. Sharknado standing to jam her up, and now, yeah. More defense by Brawler. This is Metzelicious. 3-on-1. And meanwhile, the counterpart's doing the same thing in the back, and force, no! Stepped over the line and back in. That is a track cut. And literally a power jam. Momentarily. Points were scored, however, so make sure we have all those. 6-2 net 4 for Thunder City. Tallahassee up to 14. 9 minutes to go when we start up again. So yes, 141-14. Clock stopped at 8:53 unofficially. Official review, that is. Official review by Thunder City. We'll find out the results of that, but till then, I won't even guess. Sorry. Teams get one official review per half. Sometimes they use it as an extra timeout. That's okay. We won't judge. Mazel tov cocktail and fired up talking smack. No, we're all friends. We're all friends. I'm joking. But if you've got moves, now's a good time to do that. If you don't start. If you do, never stop. First Coast Glide Productions out with the, yeah, you better now. You're on camera. Well, the rink is where it's at. So thank you for joining us here for, yes, the 2024 season opener. Awesome crowd you have been, and we hope to see you all back May 11th. Go ahead and mark it down on your calendars. You all have your calendars with you, I know. May 11th, Jacksonville Roller Derby will be here. So there was an official review to ask, and it was a great question. Ask why that jam ended, even though we're out on a penalty. And I was wondering the same thing, and that was just a human error. The jam clock stopped, and when the jam clock stops, there can't be any jamming. So we'll restart again. No harm, no foul as far as official reviews go. So I'd say that was one. Yeah. You get it back if you run it. I bet they would have fixed that themselves if you gave them a second. But anyway, penalty box is filled up. You cannot have any more Thunder City skaters in the penalty box as you do right now. There's a jammer and 2 blockers. If anyone else is called out, they've got to go say hi, go back into play, and then go sit down when there's an open seat. It turns into a cluster. And I'll stop at that. I'm not a coach, but it's a big mess if you have that many penalties at once. Again, power starts for Wreck-It Ryan and lead. Second lead today. Defense ready in the front. Meanwhile, they've got, oh yeah, oh yeah. And points on the board. They have Vampire trapped momentarily. And now, wow, yeah, you see that offense? Try not to call things before the opponents see it, but I like that assist there. And scoring trip is complete for Wreck-It Ryan, 8 points. That is a game record for Tallahassee in a single jam, and it's not over yet. 50-50 raffle not over yet either. Get those purple tickets. It can pay to watch roller derby. Forearm is the call against the pivot. 37 seconds unofficially remaining in the jam. 1 blocker each out. As each new scoring trip begins, they are automatically scored upon. Ryan blocked out by Brawler, easy for me to say. 13 seconds remain, and there's the call-off. Placing hands on hips repeatedly is the key there, so hence the reaction time. No more on that trip, though, apparently. 8 points scored, though. Second time that Tallahassee has shut out Thunder City in a jam today. And almost extended power. Whoa! Nope, locked out. I was about to say, Kara Kate with the second opportunity. But Karma Hicks returns and earns a lead. Another forearm call. 1 blocker down for each team. Being advised to call it off by everybody and their mother over there. As Tallahassee had also scored. Jam over until the 4th whistle blast, so as soon as you get that cue to call it off, you got to factor in the reaction time too. 1-3, net 2 for the Sirens. Set to begin jam number 19, Vicious, Mexalicious, and Roxy Knockout. Thunder City skating short. 1 blocker didn't make it to the track in time, and there's 1 in the box. But Vicious Mexalicious with lead. 4:45 to go in the period. Another 30 minutes of derby after this. And 4 for Vicious Maxilicious. Whoa! Chasing up front, joined by Sharknado. I wouldn't want to be in that. And up, and Chasey called out on the penalty. And did we see? Point, yes. 1 point for Tallahassee. So 4-1, net 3 for Thunder City. Ace of Skates and Buckeye Brawler in a moment. 4-3 pack, which will favor Tallahassee for jam number 20. If you want to get involved with roller derby more than just being a fan, do speak to one of the officials for more information before you leave today. We'd love to have you. 3.5 minutes to go in the first. Lead jam Thunder City. High block. There's the call on Brawler. And scoring chip complete for Buckeye. And points being matched by Ace of Skates. Whoa! Mazatov cocktail with that block. That jammer recovers, carries on. One minute remaining in the jam, 2.5 in the period. Low block called. Chasey awaiting the jammer and one-on-one, more of that, and Buckeye carries on. One more scoring trip complete. That is it. $16-9. Net 7 for Thunder City, but that is the high-scoring jam of the day for Tallahassee. By 26, Ace of Skates. Under 2 minutes to go in the period, but this jam can still last 2 full minutes or until the lead jammer calls it off, be it Killer Kate or Vicious Maxilicious. Lead jam Tallahassee. Killer Kate has scored, and has scored already today also. 1 minute remaining in the period, 1:22 in the jam. More defense and forcing the tie off. 38 seconds remaining in the period, so we will have one more jam. 5 points scored by Killer Kate. At least the third time Tallahassee has outscored Thunder City in a jam. Again, this jam can go 2 full minutes or until the lead jammer calls it off. Be it Karma Hurts And it is Palmer hits. Bruce Springsteen jamming and dealing with Chasey and continuing to deal with Chasey. Period has expired. Jam will carry on for another minute 14 or until the lead jammer says, let's go to halftime. Persecute wanted to, I think, wanted to reach the jammer on the other side, but some cattle blocking was happening positionally to prevent that. There we go. Jam called. Four points. 68-38. Penalty box is clear. And Kindness Kills Mega 4 with lead. Kindness Kills unofficial with 49 points of the 168. Stays in control on the outside for 4 points. Buckeye with the defense on Killer Kate, and another 4 points. Yes, that is 12. High scoring jam today, 20, just saying, but that is now officially 16. 47 seconds remaining in the jam. Should the lead jammer decide to call it off.
Keep running it! Keep running it!
And out again. Star pass to Punky Bruiser. And on the outside again, pass fired up, calling off the jam. And that is a game record, 24 points. Six complete trips through the pack for points. 7 total if you count the initial trip. Holy moly, in under 2 minutes it was. And just like that, 192-38. Francis Lane without his lead. One of several veterans, also including Chasey, who veterans of the Central Florida Derby scene, now members of the Thunder City Derby Sirens. We saw Chasey last season also. Four points for Tallahassee also. But the jam's called. Foul. Okay? Okay? All right. 4-4, and I don't see anything else. So that jam is a wash. $196.42, 26.40 to go. 5-on-5. Bruce Springsteen and, excuse me, Karma Hurts. Lead for Karma Hurts. Karma Hurts unofficially with 13 points in the first half. And for the Thunder City now at 200 points. Pack definition being stretched out a little bit. Oh, and Chasey blocking in the back. Unfortunately, it was out of play. Meanwhile, Wrestling hit face defense, positionally defense also on Karma Hurts, now joined by the remainder of the Tallahassee pack. Penalty is that it's not okay. It's a Not a penalty, it's a artillery with a skate issue. Or some kind of issue. Sometimes it's gear, sometimes it could be anything. Lightheadedness, it could be, you know. Hopefully it's gear, you still have all your wheels. 8 points scored. I have seen skates being broken mid-jam. 2:04:42, and yes, a power start for Buckeye Brawler. Wow! Stayed on for lead. And yep. 4 points. .45 seconds elapsed. Scoring chip complete. Buckeye Brawler with 8. 68 in the first half. Kindness Kills all over the pivot. And joined by Brawler, and Ness knocks the jammer out. Gotta come back in all the way back there. Otherwise, it's cutting the track. We've seen that a couple times today. There's a rope inside those lines. That's all the skaters can tell as they're going in and out without looking down. And another big jam for Thunder City, 16. .220.42, 22:22 to go. Princess, Brick Slayer, Scarlet Bruja, and Bobby Stinger set to block Ace of Skates. And meanwhile, up front, it is Lee Jam again. Vicious, Mexalicious. Vicious Mexalicious blocked out, recovers. Jam carries on. Tallahassee. Ace of Skates, 4 points. And Jam called. Punky Bruiser forcing the call off. Coaches may have wanted the call off sooner, but sometimes you give up 1 to earn 2. But not to be this time. But net 1 for Tallahassee. Book of wins there. 46 points now. Five on 5 as we enter jam number 6. And it's Wreck-It Ryan and Karma Hertz. Chasey counterblocked positionally by the Bone Collector. And a track cut being called by Tricky Ricky. Haven't seen anyone leave the track yet. Oh, no, it's the jammer. And meanwhile, It's a, yeah, it's just a procedural thing there. You can yield. Comerhurts having earned lead now on the scoring trip. Chasing, oh yes! Despite the final attempt there, and I can't see who that was, but I saw the positioning. It was Moxie knockout on the last, no it wasn't. Anyway, whoever it was on the block about 20 seconds ago, I really liked it. Bone collector though to the, to the penalty box. Hard-fought scoring trip. Probably the hardest fought scoring trip of Thunder City. 8 points. Two 31-46. Killer Kate, kindness kills. All the alliteration. Or consonants, whatever it is. Lead champ Thunder City, that's what it is. 4-3 pack favoring the Sirens. Who are on the board? And again. In play and double digits. Third time that's happened this half. And again. Jammers used to score on each other. Not for the last few seasons, though. It has been a while since you've seen us. Able to shake that off and again complete another trip. Wait on all the points to come in as Tallahassee calls a timeout. And there it is, 20 big points. And they're always big, but especially 20 big points for kindness kills. Second highest scoring jam of the half. Kindness kills with 44 points this half. 49 in the first half. 93 in all unofficially. High scoring jammer for Tallahassee unofficially is 26 Ace of Skates with 21 points today. And set to jam here. Eight of those here in this period. This is Mixolysis with 12 today, I believe. And it is lead for Ace of Spades. Again, high scoring jammer for Tallahassee. Color after meeting up with a little bit of defense, and I can tell because that is 2 points. And yes, a shout out to the referees. The hardest job in sports is refereeing roller derby. And if you don't agree, go to Dick's Sporting Goods, buy those $10 referee shirts, and join on a roller derby game and see what it's like. Referees have the best vantage point, and definitely trust their judgment. If you can get through that rule book without having your eyes cross. So yeah. Lee Jam, Thunder City. Comerhurst pushes through. And Jam continues. Tallahassee Jammer through for 4, meeting some of those points. There's Punky Bruiser. And now 8 for Comerhurst, calling off the Jam. Tallahassee was working on, did not pass any more hips on attempt. So the 8-4, net 4 for the Sirens. Four-three pack favoring Tallahassee as Ace of Spades comes back out against Chasey. And Chasey with the lead. Chasey had a 20-point jam in the first half. Just saying. High block on someone. There's 4 points. Sharknado coming out of the penalty box could not engage with the jammer until a track cut. Yeah, cannot engage with the jammer until reaching the pack. You can't stray out of the pack like that, whether you're entering or leaving. Yes, Power Jam, Thunder City. No, it isn't. Jammers will switch places. Both will serve the same amount of time. We will go the remainder of the 2-minute time limit. Offsetting penalties as much as happens in roller derby. And when that happened, both served the same amount of time in the penalty box. Used to be that we would all watch the penalty box as the time ticked away, but now we just do a little bit of math and carry on. Aggie Battery remembers those days. 4 points, Ace of Skates. And Chasey with 4. I believe we'll clarify, but I think anyway, 12 for Thunder City. Yeah, I thought so. No? Okay. Oh, that. Oh, okay. All right. No, we're just recovering a lost phone. I thought we were recovering lost points. I swear I thought Tallahassee had scored there. 12 points for Thunder City, though. Sorry. 271.52, 11:52 to go. Vicious Mexalicious back out against 609 Bruce Springsteen. Bruce Springsteen. Lead Jam Thunder City. 2 in a row, and that hasn't been a given this half. Tallahassee has earned late a couple times, too. Jam called as the opposing jammer approaches. Anything there? 2. Should he yell 2? Two Jam 14-point rally by Osiris. 11 minutes to go. Stand by at the end of the game. We'll draw for the 50-50 raffle. Also stick around for MVP awards and awarding your fan favorite as voted by you. Yes, it's all on you. Here we go. Karma Hertz meeting up with Wreck-It Ryan, Persecute. Double Zero Moxley Knockout, the opposing jammer. And yeah, blocked out by Wrestling Hip Face. Four-three pack favoring Tallahassee. Was that an assist coming out of the pack? My mouth was full. I should have done a row Nelly, but you don't see much of that anymore because there's a thing called a multiplayer block that could be called if anyone's around. Anyway, it worked out. "42 seconds remain, and there's the call off. Anything to show for it? No! Everyone, while we have a second, everyone check your fingers. And if there should be a ring there, let me know. If there should be a ring there and it's not on your hand, let me know. Sharknado through the pack. Sharknado's first jam as jammer today. Did score, however, did also accrue a penalty. So power jam for Tallahassee. And that was the initial trip for Punky Bruiser. Tallahassee looking for a very special episode of Punky Bruiser here. 4 points. So that matches what Sharknado had scored. Jam carries on another 52 seconds since the lead jammer was called out. Oh! No. Gotta start in bounds and end in bounds, and I was careful not to say it, but we saw the expression on the jammer's face. They knew they didn't stick it, so gotta reset. Sharknado scores. 15 seconds remain. Oh, Kindness Kills is ready in the back. Golly. All right. 16-4, 16-7, yes. Hard fought additional 3 points for Punky Bruiser. 16-7 in that last jam. 289-59. Again, 289.59, 6 minutes, 42 seconds ago. If you lost a ring, see me. If you didn't, go see Rhonda of Thirsty Tumblers. Rhonda has created the most amazing cups and tumblers. You'll see those there on the far side, right before the concessions. And Rhonda is donating a portion of her sales to A New Hope for Kids. And we're glad that, as a whole, Thunder City Derby Sirens showing their support for A New Hope for Kids, but Wanda donating a portion also. Check out those tumblers while we're here. Our next game again right here, May 11th. The official review is being used as a timeout, so nothing strategic to talk about other than that. No, it used to be, by rule, if you called an official review, you had to give the referees something to talk about. So things got bizarre there, and now, well, not anymore. I mean, you could. They're talking about something, obviously. Whoa! And now watch out for the Sharknado. No, not this time. .642 remaining. And yes, if you enjoyed what you've seen on Ride Written, you be back here May 11th as Jacksonville Roller Derby's River City Rat Pack will meet your Thunder City Derby Sirens. May 11th. 5 seconds. Jam number 14, 6.5 minutes to go. And lead for Tallahassee. Thunder City is ready. Ace of Skates thinking the inside might have been right for an apex jump, but we saw, yeah, you gotta get it just right. Otherwise, we called on a cut. This is Mexalicious cut down by the Bone Collector. But does complete the scoring trip. Calling off the jam. Like an ace. Having scored 4 points, so our jam is a wash. Artificially inflating the board, 293.63. That does take 30 seconds off the clock every time there's a call off. Penalty box is clear. Killer Cade and Karma Hurts. And Karma Hurts with lead. Mixed pack. Excellent block by Record Ryan. And another one by Rustic Hitface. Something else we've said a few times today. Four and a half minutes to go in the game. 1:15 in the jam. Thank you to those watching on YouTube at First Base Glide Productions. Hope to see you here in person next time, May 11th, against when Jacksonville Roller Derby is here, May 11th. Scoring trip complete. And again, defense cranking it up to 11 in the closing minutes. That time taking the outside, that's another 4, making 8. And Thunder City over 300 points. Back block called on Van Pyle. Let me get the number right. Just to be fair. Buckeye Brawler draws the jammer back. Final seconds of the jam. And another 4. And that's it. 16 points for Thunder City. 309. 6 double-digit jams in 15 jams this half for Thunder City. That happened 7 times the last half. All right. Sharknado back out. And lead. Baja blasting through the pack for another 4 points. Third pack favoring Tallahassee. And out again. And more. 12 in all. There's the call off. Watch the clock. We will have one more jam. The jam will go 2 minutes until the lead jammer calls it off. Sharknado with 12. 3-2-1 now for Thunder City. 3 out of the last 4 jams have been double digits. Jam number 17, and perhaps the final jam, Vicious Mexalicious, and high-scoring jammer for Tallahassee, Ace of Skates unofficially. Oh! And both dealing with it, and Princess Leia, you're out with the most recent of those big blocks. Lead jam, Thunder City. "30 seconds remaining in the period. Let's hear it. This could be it." No, it isn't. Jam called. Actually, watch the clock. I'm trying not to coach, though, but just anyway. Timeout called. The timeout stops the clock, and because of that, with 15 seconds remaining, there will be one more jam. I've gotten heat for talking about the clock a little too much, not necessarily here, but just in case anybody didn't want one more jam, I'm sorry. No, there have been coaches in the past who, with a 700-point lead, with 1 second left in the game, would call a timeout just to get one more jam. So this is nothing new. Carla hits and Wreck-It Ryan. This is it. Now even Aaron Jackson could earn lead score and call it in this little time. Yep. So we're on jammer time now. Minute 42. Defense. It's like they remembered they have MVP awards up here. Oh, they do, by the way. If you've come here for one particular skater, let him hear it. Minute 10 to go. No lead yet. "55 seconds. Still. Look at Tallahassee. And lead, Thunder City. Pack stretching out. 35 seconds. And that's the call off. That is it. That seals it for the Thunder City Derby Sirens. Game over unofficially. It hasn't been declared final yet. However, if you want to carefully come out to the outside line, as the skaters will take a victory lap once the game has been called. And in the meantime, if you want to mark your calendars for May 11th, we're going to do it again right here when Jacksonville Roller Derby comes to the rink. Yes, here we go. Thunder City Derby Sirens 321, Tallahassee 67. Cool and the gang. Tallahassee, come on down. One of the first teams bringing flat track roller derby to Florida is Tallahassee Roller Derby. Before some of you fans were even alive, always glad to see them putting up 67 points to the Thunder City Derby Sirens 321. We'll have MVP awards. We'll have 50-50 raffle drawing. We'll have celebrating. We're still selling merch. Also still selling Thirsty Tumblers. Wanda with Thirsty Tumblers, creating the most amazing cups and tumblers, donating a portion of her sales to A New Hope for Kids. Also, thank you to Stevenson & Blinn CPA, Sligo Systems, King Hauling, and S&K Tractor Works and Land Clearing. Also, Shermat Tattoo, Ameritech Homes, Books by Ginger, Bowie Roofing. And then we have the MVPs. Let me know.